Right, we are just out of lower, a very, very good session. I'm going to say it every single time, it's going to keep happening. We're going to keep having these good sessions, man, because I just feel so unbelievably buzzing with how things are going just now. I had my second check-in of the week, so I check in on a Monday and a Friday now. So Friday check-in was this morning. It's not like a pure a full scale check-in. It's more of a kind of like a mid-week update sort of thing, right? So basically I send Finn my photos in the morning, as I would on a Monday. It's not like a pure I don't sound like I say a 4 or 5 minute voice note. It's literally say a wee paragraph of how my week's been, any issues I'm kind of experiencing, all that kind of stuff. So it's a kind of a mini check-in for this sort of part of the week pretty much. But there's no issues that I've really had, to be fair. Some exciting news though. I have my first high day on Monday. So Monday, how it basically works is I've got a new sort of high day meal plan. Now in that meal plan, I think it's 3,500 calories, an extra 200 grams of carbs basically on that high day, which I'm pretty buzzing for, I can't lie. See the last meal that I have, so I have my pre-gym meal, come back for the gym, then my last meal, right? And see my last meal, it was 300 grams of potatoes and 100 grams of rice. That meal to me just now sounds absolutely phenomenal. Now, I'm not by any means pure starving and oh my god man, I need more food. I'm not like that at all, but the thought of having an extra 200 grams of carbs, I'm not turning that down, man. Absolutely not. The way things are going just now, it's I feel very tight. In the morning, I wake up and feel pretty flat, nothing sort of popping, which is natural, right? But see, as the day goes on, I don't feel soft. Usually before, I'd be eating a lot of food and feeling pure soft and all that kind of shit, right? See, just now, I have a full day of eating, and at the end of the day, I still feel tight. My midsection feels very hard. So I'm right, okay, 200 grams of carbs on top of that should be kind of pretty exciting to see, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of hoping that the next day, so my high day's on the Monday, I'm hoping on Tuesday I wake up and I feel pure, pretty solid, you know what I mean? I then have my push and arms session on Tuesday. Now that food that I have on Monday, it won't be a case where that food, it's just I have it on Monday, it impacts my session on Monday and that is it. I can guarantee that extra food will definitely help me on Tuesday as well. Probably not Wednesday, but Tuesday, it'll probably still kind of be there. Extra carbs still kicking about, extra fuel, so to speak, for my push and arm session too. It's not a case that I have the food on the Monday, then it doesn't impact the rest of my week at all. It will impact Tuesday, no doubt. Wednesday, probably not. I got my second high day on Friday, so it goes legs on Monday, pushing arms Tuesday, pull Wednesday, a rest Thursday, then a high day on Friday again for my lower day. So it's basically high days on my leg days pretty much. So Monday, obviously I train legs, high day. Friday is my lower day, getting a high day then too. Now I'm not sure how Finn will run it in terms of after next week, because next week is a kind of a diet break pretty much. So it's not going to be a case where I'm getting pure high days left, right and centre. I can't see that happening. But next week to kind of experience it and see how it sort of impacts my body will be pretty cool, to be fair. After that, I think we'll probably see a bit of a food decrease the following week. So next week's my kind of diet break / devolume week. In terms of training, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, devolume sessions, Friday, Saturday, back to normal. 2 high days, and then the following week, I'm basically back to the sort of second stint of prep pretty much. Now, in that sort of second wee block, chances are I'll see some pretty big changes in terms of kind of food, cardio, steps a lot. Reason being, the past 8 weeks, we've had to change nothing. Visuals obviously improved a hell of a lot. Scale weight has dropped about 6 kilos, 5 or 6 kilos in total. Realistically, over can I say 6 weeks pretty much, because the first week I was no well, so I couldn't train. The second week my back was fucked, so I couldn't train for 3 sessions. Then obviously the third week back to normal, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, all completely fine. So basically like 6 full weeks on plan, and we've lost roughly 6 kilos, just under 6 kilos, which is pretty good going, I would say, to be fair. So for the kind of the second part of prep, the second sort of block, so to speak, chances are it'll be a bit more kind of like, a bit more pushing involved in terms of like less food, more cardio. I'm only doing 20 minutes cardio twice a week, like it's absolutely hee-haw, like it's nothing. 2.7k calories in a training day, 2.4k in a rest day, like it's literally nothing. That I'm not struggling by any means just now at all. And I've got the cheek to say that I'm hungry at any point if I ever do. But I'm excited to kind of have less food, more cardio, all that kind of stuff, because at the same time just now, because I'm not actually pushing like insanely hard, it feels like I'm not in prep, if that makes sense. Like nothing's kind of stressing me out, which is a good thing. Like I'm still seeing progress week in, week out, but it's like I feel like I'm not in prep because I'm not doing anything crazy. I mean, which might sound stupid because I don't want to do anything crazy. I don't want to like fucking pure batter myself and have to be in like the depths of hell to like reach peak condition, you know what I mean? But at the same time, to do that, I'm going to need to push myself a lot harder than I am just now. And obviously Finn knows what he's doing, so we of course trust Finn. But he will make changes after next week, no doubt, which will be pretty exciting to see. Like, I'm kind of looking forward to just kind of being like pure, not starving, but looking forward to kind of having less food, sort of feeling hungry and sort of feeling the sort of like the feelings that you should feel on prep, you know what I mean? And it'll test me. Like at the end of the day, I know no matter what happens, right, I'm not gonna binge, I'm not gonna like pure miss sessions, like none of that shit, right? But it'll test me in the sense of, right, okay, how much do you actually want this? Like when I go to the gym, am I gonna still be pushing myself beyond limits? Which right now, it's so easy for me to say, oh yeah, I'm going to do that because I'm not struggling at all. When it comes to those like points in times where I'm pure struggling and that I'm probably going to be pretty tired, pretty fatigued, all that kind of stuff, like I probably will struggle in the sense of, alright, okay, I need to go in here and proper like still chase progressions. Like that sort of mindset. It's easy for people to say like, oh, I've always got this mindset, man, like I'm always pure pushing for more, all that kind of shit, right? But see, until you're literally in that position, I think it's so hard to predict how you'll actually like react, if that makes sense. Like people say, oh, I can do this, I can do that, all this kind of shit, which is fine. You can say all that if you want to say all that, right? But I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, when I'm like 3 weeks out, I'm going to be fucking completely fine. I'll still be the same, pure buzzing, like pushing myself beyond belief. Like it might not be the case. So I might struggle to some degree. And if I do, I'd probably kind of just embrace that, to be honest. I'm actually looking forward to that. I'm not saying that I want to struggle, but like, you know what I mean? Like kind of experiencing that sort of like difficulty. I'm actually looking forward to that sort of, that challenge pretty much, to be honest. At the end of the day, prep as a whole, as a challenge, it's not meant to be easy, you know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to getting like pure peak condition. The past like week or two, I've had like, kind of a few messages here and there on Instagram, people saying like, oh, you look pure lean, mate, like you look classed. I'm like, thank you very much, but I'm like, give me like 13, 14 weeks, man, this would be absolutely fucking nothing. Like, the way that I am just now, it's like, yeah, I feel relatively lean, midsection's looking pretty tight, bit vascular here and there, like, bit more detail here and there, but I'm like, I just know in the back of my head that the condition that I'm going to get when it comes to being on stage, I will make sure that I'm in like fucking prime condition. Like, I'm going to make sure no matter what happens, I will be the best condition that I can possibly be in. And I know that Finn is like unbelievably good at getting people in that crazy condition, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's only up to me. Like Finn can tell me what to do and say, do this, do that, do the next thing. But if I don't apply myself to it and I don't actually work at the level he wants me to work to, then I won't reach that condition, you know what I mean? Like, it's up to me to put that work in. And I'm going to do that. I know for a fact that I'm going to do that. So I'm kind of excited to see it, just like zero body fat me. I want to see that kind of like actual peak prep version of me, you know what I mean? Because you see a lot of guys getting on stage and it's like, obviously they look great, they look class, but they're not like pure like mega condition. Now, I don't know if I can get to that kind of condition, But at the same time, the back of my head is like, fuck yeah, you can definitely get in that condition, you know what I mean? So I'm going to do whatever I can to get in that condition, because I'd like to see it. I'd like to see me just proper like peeled, and just see where my kind of like my base actually is, like minimal body fat. See what I've basically got underneath all the kind of the fat that's still there, you know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to it, man. Honestly, I just can't wait at this point. But at the same time, I'm trying to be present and enjoy every moment, because it's very important to do that, of course. But anyway, lower ticked off. I'm going to get in, scram, shower a lot, and just chill out, man. So I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.